Good evening, Vallarta and the entire Bay Area. It is Monday night, which means it's time for CPS News with Jesse and Brent, and I'm back. Huge thanks to Rodrigo for covering me last week. You did an amazing job, and you did too, Jesse.
Thank you. I actually did an interview, but I'm glad you're back.
Don't steal my job, Jesse. You got one thing. I got one thing.
Yeah, well, thank you for being here with us today for the newscast that speaks your language. We have a lot of really important information, so stick around and you'll find out all the stuff that's going on here in the Bay Area.
I highly advise you do what she says, folks, but in the meantime, let's get to the headlines, so let's go.
Over 150 volunteers collect 250 kilos of waste in 90 minutes at El Cesteo Beach cleanup led by WWF Mexico. New Tepic Compostela Highway set to open in September 2025, cutting travel time to Vallarta to just over an hour. In sports news, Comude invites youth to enroll in new parkour sports training school. Plus, Restaurant Week 2025 celebrates 21 years with 51 participating restaurants in Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit. Catch these stories and more on the one-hour edition of CPS News with Jesse and Brent, the news that speaks your language.
Lots of interesting stuff in those headlines tonight. And of course, can't go without mentioning the Voices of Vallarta segment this week, where I'm going to be on Environmental Army in an interview you are not going to want to miss. Okay, now on to the news. And first up is Joe with our very first story for the evening.
A coalition of marine biologists, environmental researchers, and conservation groups is calling on authorities to halt the controversial Escalera Náutica Bahía de Banderas project before construction begins on its first pier in Mismaloya. The plan, fast-tracked during a recent visit by Governor Pablo Limas, is facing sharp criticism for lacking an environmental impact statement and community consultation. Under the banner, Protect the Marine Biodiversity of Bahía de Banderas, signatories from organizations such as ECOBAC, GRIMA, GEEKOFF, Proyecto Manta, and UNAM voiced concerns over the project's threats to endangered marine species. In a press conference, they presented data and images of marine wildlife, including whales, sea turtles, and manta rays injured or killed by existing boat traffic. They warned that additional docks and vessels would increase these tragedies without enforcement or regulation in place. Quote, "Who's really going to benefit?" End quote, asked marine biologist Iare Espinosa. Quote, "We're talking about species protected by national and international law. Their loss is our loss, ecological and economic." End quote. Environmentalists argue the bay's rich marine life is already under pressure. Since January, 4 whales have been struck by boats. With no clear traffic control and children reportedly operating vessels at unsafe speeds, experts say the bay is in chaos. Astrid Frisch of ECOBAC criticized the plan as, quote, "neither logical, feasible, nor viable," end quote, noting it lacks infrastructure for parking, public transit access, and safe navigation routes. Quote, "This may sound like a great idea on paper, but on water, it could be a costly and irreversible mistake." End quote. The coalition has formally requested intervention from state and municipal leaders in Jalisco and Nayarit. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Okay, in our next story, Mayor Luis Ernesto Munguia Gonzalez confirmed that no formal complaints have been filed against former directors of CPS Vallarta, despite previous promises to pursue legal action for alleged embezzlement and mismanagement that caused major water shortages in the city. More than 6 months into his administration, Munguia stated that the case files are still being prepared and must meet the strict documentation standards required by the Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office. Quote, "We're making sure everything is fully backed up before filing," said Rodolfo Dominguez Monroy, CPAL's administrative subdirector. Quote again, that you can't present an incomplete case. The prosecutor wants the entire package from the start. City officials say that they are focused on building strong, well-supported cases to ensure accountability and justice, but stress that careful legal preparation takes time. Thank you so much to Miguel Gonzalez Guerra for that story. And now here's Jesse with our next story tonight.
Well, I hope you saw it. Over the weekend, Puerto Vallarta welcomed a very special visitor, the USCGC Eagle, also known as the Tail Ship of America. This huge 3-mast sailing ship was docked at Muelle 2 from May 9th to the 12th and quickly became a must-see attraction. Originally built in Germany in 1936 and once linked to Nazi history, the Eagle was taken by the U.S. after World War II. And since then, it has carried presidents like JFK and Nixon, and now serves as training ship for a U.S. Coast Guard. Now, during its stay, the ship hosted a private event for diplomats and media organized by the U.S. Consulate and Asponia, and also the public was invited. So I know that many gather along the Malecon to admire its 23 sails and 150-foot masts. With a crew of 230 and over 150 Coast Guard cadets on board, the Eagle isn't just a ship, it's a floating school. While in Puerto Vallarta, the cadets practiced traditional sailing and took part in cultural exchanges. The visit was a proud moment for Puerto Vallarta, celebrating friendship between Mexico and the U.S. and leaving behind a bit of maritime magic and history. Thanks so much, Miguel González Guerra, for the information. And now, a quick word from our sponsor, Cerámicas Exclusivas. This may give mom the gift that truly lasts, the comfort and beauty of a home she adores. At Cerámicas Exclusivas, they're celebrating mothers with incredible savings. Enjoy up to 40% off. Yes, 40% off selected top brands in exquisite flooring, luxurious bathrooms, and delightful home accessories. Create a space that reflects her unique style, a haven of elegance and warmth. Just for her. Visit Cerámicas Exclusivas at Calle Federación 390 in Ixtapa. Explore the possibilities online at ceramicasexclusivas.com or follow them on Instagram. Cerámicas Exclusivas, making her dream home a reality this Mother's Day. Now, in our next news story tonight, let's go over with Maria.
Last week, Jalisco marked the 12th anniversary of its participation in Mexico's National Amber Alert Program, a vital initiative for the rapid location of missing children and adolescents. Since joining the program in 2013, Jalisco has developed a robust network involving state and municipal police, the State Search Commission, civil organizations, media outlets, and the public. This collaborative effort has been instrumental in saving lives. A significant milestone was the establishment of the Amber Alert Call Center on July 18, 2013, which has since served as a crucial channel for reporting and gathering information to locate missing minors. The program's success heavily relies on swift action, particularly within the first 3 hours of a child's disappearance, and emphasizes the importance of community involvement. Originating in Arlington, Texas in 1996, the Amber Alert system has become a global model for child protection. Mexico adopted the program in 2011, with Jalisco being one of the early adopters. Over the past 12 years, the state's commitment to this initiative has significantly enhanced its capacity to respond promptly and effectively to cases of missing children. For more information or to report a missing child, visit the official Amber Alert Mexico website at alertaamber.fgr.org.mx. With information from Lupillo Arce, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Well, speaking of Mother's Day, I hope all the mothers out there that tune in and watch us had an amazing holiday. I hope you had a great Mother's Day, and as well as your mama.
It was beautiful. We celebrated all weekend long, starting on Friday, and it was fantastic. I really love seeing all of the moms on Saturday, all of the moms all dressed up with their flowers, and the restaurants were completely packed. So I hope everyone had a great time.
That's great. And as for the tall ship, that was pretty amazing seeing. We drove by it a couple times. Of course, we can't go on it, but it's so interesting seeing a colonial era, older U.S. Coast Guard in our port.
I know, it was cool, huh?
It was cool. All right, speaking of cool stuff, let's get off to our commercials where we've got some cool sponsors that want to tell you some cool stuff. We'll be right back in a minute.
Cool.
Welcome back, and thanks for sticking with us. Up next, we've got an important health segment featuring helpful tips and insights brought to you by our trusted sponsors at Hospitin. So stay tuned.
For many of us who've chosen Puerto Vallarta as our home, whether it's for a season or for good, there's often that underlying thought, what if I need medical care and I'm not fluent in Spanish? It's a common and very real concern. That's where Hospitin Puerto Vallarta really steps it up. They've launched a new program called My Health. It's specifically designed to bridge that gap for foreign residents. Think of it less as a typical insurance policy and more as a membership that brings peace of mind, knowing you have support right when you need it most. My Health offers incredibly practical features, like a doctor available 24/7, home visits, or if you need to coordinate an ambulance. If you do need to go to Hospitin, emergency transportation is covered. And the best part? You get unlimited general consultations at the hospital. For those managing conditions like diabetes or hypertension, they even offer monthly clinics. Plus, if you've been hospitalized, they provide support with at-home care assistance. What truly makes this program stand out is its commitment to a fully bilingual service. They also understand that our lives here can be flexible. So they offer a payment structure that lets you choose your coverage period without those rigid long-term contracts. It's even compatible with international insurance plans. As Juan Pablo Hernandez, a spokesperson for Hospitin, says, and he put it so simply, we want every foreign resident to feel safe, supported, and connected to high-quality medical care in their own language. It's about feeling at home even when you're far from it.
My name is Jan Mohammed, and I'm very pleased to provide this testimonial on Hospitin and the My Health program. And when I arrived in Puerto Vallarta, it was important to me to find a good medical provider, and I was introduced to Hospitin and the My Health program. I have to say that I'm very, very pleased with everything which has happened since my arrival here in Puerto Vallarta. I have used the services of Hospitin for a couple of minor surgeries, and I've always received excellent care. And I have been in touch with the hospital and with the lovely doctors that have taken such great care of me, have been so professional, and I've received excellent medical care. I cannot speak highly enough of Hospitin and the valued staff that work at the hospital. So welcome to Hospitin. We look forward to meeting you, and have a wonderful day in paradise.
It's clear that as more international residents are drawn to Puerto Vallarta, programs like My Health by Hospitin are truly filling a vital need. They're providing that personalized, accessible, and deeply compassionate medical care. That's so important when you're living far away from your country. It's about helping you live well here in paradise without that nagging, constant worry about your health. If you're looking for that added layer of comfort, you can learn more by calling them directly at 52-322-226-2081 or emailing myhealth@hospitin.com or simply visiting hospitin.com. Because when it comes to our health, that peace of mind truly is invaluable.
Interesting information for all of the expats in Puerto Vallarta. It's great. You guys have different options to choose from when it comes to health. But in other health news in the area, let's listen to Brent. If you recall, we told you about the San Pancho Hospital not very long ago, and here's an update.
The General Hospital of San Pancho is officially back on its feet. Nayarit Governor Miguel Angel Navarro Quintero announced Friday that both operating rooms are now fully functional, and surgical procedures have already been scheduled for the week and early next week. This process follows an urgent rescue operation initiated on April 28th due to the deteriorated condition of the hospital, which had been operating with severe deficiencies. As part of the revitalization plan, the government is sending in additional medical staff, ambulances, fuel, essential medications, and medical supplies. The governor emphasized that work is also underway to rehabilitate the hospital's infrastructure to provide better working conditions for medical personnel and improved care for their patients. The governor personally toured the facility on April 30th, joined by the Nayarit representative Eames. During the visit, he met with local residents and healthcare workers as part of a broader work tour. Authorities expect by next week the critical shortcomings in surgical services, staffing, and medical supplies will be mostly resolved, bringing much needed relief and renewed trust to the community. Now, to close with this health segment, let's watch a message from Hospitin, and then we will continue with some very interesting information about a meeting our mayor had with a very well-known investor. So stick around.
My Health membership is designed to reach into your home at the very beginning of any health challenge, if needed, transitioning you to Hospitin, and later to ensure support is given to you at home if needed. It is a seamless service that we believe will leave you feeling protected and secure. The benefits of being an affiliate: 1. Home health care, doctor 24/7 on call. 2. Emergency medical transportation to the hospital. 3. Health control for chronic diseases at Hospitin. 4. Consultations with staff doctors at Hospitin Home Health Care. 24-hour on-call assistance. Simply call the My Health number above to reserve your appointment. 322-226-2081. My Health.
In a major step towards transforming Puerto Vallarta's future, Mayor Luis Ernesto Munguia Gonzalez met with prominent Mexican businessman and philanthropist Carlos Slim Domit in Mexico City to explore a portfolio of high-impact investment projects. The meeting took place at Plaza Carso, where both leaders discussed initiatives designed to boost the region's tourism, mobility, and sustainability. Among the standout proposals, a sculptural underwater museum in Los Arcos de Mismaloya, a metropolitan auditorium with capacity for 5,000 people, and a public bicycle system. Also on the table, smart parking meters, a tourist cable car, an ecological park at Laguna del Coapanoli, and a cutting-edge waste management center. Slim Domit, who heads major companies like Telmex and America Mobile, was presented with legal and technical frameworks for public-private partnerships, complete with investment incentives. The two also posed with young racing prodigy Luca Becerril, dubbed the new Checo Perez, proudly wearing Vallarta's logo, as both men reaffirmed their support for youth and sports. These projects are expected to bring new jobs, economic growth, and world-class attractions to Puerto Vallarta. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
All right, so those are good things coming to the Bay Area. The plans sound great, so I hope it all becomes a reality. Now, in other news, let me tell you about a powerful environmental campaign by WWF Mexico, or reporter Israel Torres informed that as part of the Marine Life Conservation Fair, WWF Mexico successfully removed nearly half a ton of garbage. That's around 250 kilograms in 90 minutes. This happened in Playa El Cesteo. This initiative, supported by local authorities and communities, aimed to raise awareness about plastic pollution and the impact of marine life, especially humpback whales. The campaign also prompted circular economy strategies, transforming recovered materials and improving waste management with fishermen and municipalities. Highlighting the severity of marine plastic pollution, which accounts for 13 million tons annually, the campaign emphasized that ghost nets are the most lethal marine debris. Volunteer divers are actively retrieving these in Bahía de Banderas. WWF Mexico y redes project leads this effort, focusing on ecosystem rehabilitation, community education, and partnerships to combat plastics in the sea and strengthen marine community connections. The event concluded with open water swimmer, Stephanie Montero. She's the 43-kilometer night swim between protected natural areas, underscoring conservation urgency. Her swim was part of Nado por las Ballenas AC campaign, which has rescued whales, trained emergency teams, and raised over 2 million pesos for marine conservation since 2023. Also hosting Mexico's first international trash fishing tournament. So now we have another word from our sponsor, and this time is Katrina Cantina. Let's listen.
Next up, Joe is back again, but this time he's going to tell us about some new steps to combat corruption right here in our area.
The Municipal Council of Bahía de Banderas has taken a step toward modernizing its traffic enforcement system, as it approved by simple majority the referral of a reform initiative to the Commission on Constitutional and Regulatory Affairs. The proposal, presented by Mayor Hector Santana Garcia, would allow traffic officers to use electronic terminals to collect fines on the spot at the time of a violation. The initiative seeks to amend the local traffic regulations to incorporate these terminals as standard tools for officers. Officials have assured that the reform will uphold human rights, personal data protection, and due legal process. Mayor Santana emphasized that the fine amounts would be based on the civic law of Nayarit, aiming to bring transparency to the process while eliminating the need for citizens to visit government offices or surrender documents like licenses or license plates. The payment would remain optional. Violators can choose whether or not to pay on the spot. According to the mayor, the ultimate goal is to eliminate opportunities for corruption, especially in cases where citizens, including tourists and out-of-state drivers, might be tempted to offer bribes to avoid bureaucratic hassles. Councilmember Jose Leon Alvera, who heads the Public Safety Commission, warned that safeguards must be in place to prevent excessive fines. He also recommended training for traffic officers through the Civic Court, ensuring they understand how to apply legal fine amounts appropriately. Another council member, Jose Francisco Lopez Castañeda, argued that the proposal would require a broader legal reform. He suggested that before modifying the municipal code, a formal proposal should be made to the state legislature to amend the civic culture law of Nayarit. Only then, he stated, could the municipal rules be properly updated. He further noted that without such a legal framework, authorizing officers to collect fines could infringe on the exclusive responsibilities of civic judges under state law. The initiative's future will be decided in upcoming committee discussions, where the feasibility and specific legal changes will be reviewed. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Let's modernize Mexico. I actually think it will help diminish alleged bribery. But in other news, in San Pancho, nearly 100 foreign residents and local community members gathered in front of a property owned by a U.S. citizen. This lively event, filled with tropical music, tacos, and dancing, was a direct response to a woman who allegedly tried to evict a Mexican family from a public beach during Semana Santa. You might remember that. We told you about it here. The woman in her 60s reportedly kicked over their drink and demanded they leave, claiming she owned the beach concession. Organizers emphasize the message of unity and the crucial importance of free access to all beaches in Bahía de Banderas. Resident Jennifer Burke, sharing on social media, called it the perfect way to spread good vibes after the incident. This public demonstration follows an earlier protest with banda music outside the same property, which led to its closure by environmental agency Profepa and a substantial fine. The community's resounding response reinforces a clear message. Beaches in San Pancho and across Bahía de Banderas are public spaces and open to all. Discrimination will not be tolerated in our vibrant coastal community.
Good information right there. So we're moving along pretty quick tonight. We've got a lot more news, but of course, coming up right after this commercial break is the Voices of Vallarta segment, and you won't want to miss it. We've got the Mexican Army against trash here, or someone like that. Jorge's here, so stick with us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, and now it is time for Voices of Vallarta, and I'm back, Brent Lane, and thank you so much to Jesse Reeves for covering for me last week. You did an amazing job, but more importantly, I am sitting across today from Jorge Vivanco, and he is from the Mexican Environmental Army, and en español?
Ejército Ambiental Mexicano.
Better he pronounces that than me. Fair enough. So I really want to learn more about the Mexican Environmental Army. So what is it, and what is the main mission of it?
Okay, our main mission is to protect the environment rights of the next generations.
That's great. So you have a very clear goal in mind. So really you're trying to protect the environment and get on top of this before, children and children's children have to deal with the consequences of it.
Yes, we decide to work on it because next generation, they have a big problem. The name is global warming. So we are interested about to make a new generation that they are leaders.
Okay.
We need leaders.
Great. I love that. And so tell me about a recent cleanup or a rescue event that you've done in our area.
Okay, we decide to stop the last 2 years because we made re-engineering of the occupation because we decide to build a cultural center, environment cultural center, and now we work on the next big campaign of microplastics.
Okay, so your new environmental cultural center, is that a physical location? Is that located in Puerto Vallarta?
Yes, it is located at 125th of Versalles Colony, the street is Lucerna 125.
Great. So that obviously brings me to my next question. Now that we know you have a place, how can locals or tourists become involved with your organization?
Okay, you can find us by Facebook. We have a page, Centro Cultural Ambiental or Ejército Ambiental Mexicano. Okay. In both, you can find information about how to join or the activities that we have month by month.
Okay, so for our viewers who may want to donate their time to you, what can they expect? Like if they come and they arrange a time with you, is it picking up trash? Is it raising awareness? What are volunteers doing?
Okay, we have an agent. Every month we have one day for teach something. What I mean, in April, we make a taller of huertos urbanos because was the Earth Day. And 22nd was the Earth Day in April. So we made this class and we open for public. And May we will have lombricomposta class, and June we will start the big campaign of microplastic. And you decide if you want to help us in some activity, please go to Lucerna 125 in Versailles town, and you can contact us over there, and we told you how you gonna follow to be with us.
Okay, very interesting. So I'll have to admit, until now, I had not heard of the Mexican Environmental Army. It's new to me. How long has the Mexican Environmental Army been here in Vallarta?
Oh, we start since 2006, and we used to make activities in all public areas, and Sports Center, Lázaro Cárdenas Park, and Parque Hidalgo Park, Malecon. So we start just doing activities for public. Everything they been free.
Okay.
Because all helpers sponsored to us, and we used to make those activities by free in open places.
Oh, that's good information. So sadly, I want to learn more about your group, but we're out of time, unfortunately. So thank you so much, Jorge, for coming in. Thanks for being part of our show. We'll put up some information so you can find out more about the organization. But for now, we're going to take you out to more news. Thank you for joining Voices of Vallarta.
In a landmark step for local education, Nayarit Governor Miguel Angel Navarro Quintero announced that a new Cobain MSAD 6 high school will begin construction in Sayulita before the end of 2025, bringing upper secondary education directly to the Pueblo Mágico for the first time. The announcement came during the governor's visit to Bahía de Banderas on Friday, May 2nd, where he also delivered a new dome for the Revolución Mexicana Middle School and classroom equipment for Damian Carmona Elementary in Sayulita. Currently, neither Sayulita nor neighboring San Pancho have a high school, forcing local students to travel to La Cruz de Huanacaxtli or La Peñita in the municipality of Compostela. The new Cobain aims to close that gap and reduce barriers to quality education. Quote, "We want young people to prepare for the future without having to leave their hometown," end quote, Navarro Quintero stated. Quote, "Education is the foundation to transform Nayarit," end quote. Additionally, a new classroom will be built at Damian Carmona Elementary School, which until recently suffered from drainage issues and poor infrastructure. As part of his local tour, the governor also met with local ejidatarios in San Pancho and inspected progress on the rehabilitation of the town's hospital. With these projects, the state government aims to boost educational and healthcare access across the Nayarit coast. With information from MGG, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Thanks for that information, Joe. Now, are you concerned about your health and your well-being? Of course you are. So don't miss the opportunity to take care of yourself. Hospital Hoya offers a wide range of top-quality medical services, including comprehensive health checkups, laboratory and imaging services, consultations with medical specialists, and of course, 24/7 emergency care, intensive care units, and a pediatric unit, and so much more. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 322-226-1010 or 322-226-8181. Stay updated on special offers and promotions by following Hospital Hoya on social media, because your health and your family's health is what matters most. Hospital Hoya is committed to your health. Now, stay tuned because right now it's time to get to sports, and David is here to tell you who's swinging, who's throwing, and who's making the goals.
Yes, I love this section. Welcome, Dave, and
Thanks.
nice shirt, by the way.
Thanks very much. Got a little fish on it there for my fishing story. Completely
those.
coincidental.
I'm going to get a big one here.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
What
Nice
do you
to have
got?
you back.
Thank you. It's good to be
Yes,
back. It's
yes.
good to see you. Let's hear
Thanks.
about some sports.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to sports. We have everything from flips, fastballs, and fishing this week. Puerto Vallarta is bursting with sports action, and I've got the full rundown for you. Let's kick things off with something to help the kids get active. That's all about adrenaline, agility, and a little bit of ninja attitude. Parkour, power in Vallarta. If you've got kids or teens bouncing off the walls, literally, then it's time to channel that energy into creating new athletic skills. The Camure Vallarta just launched a brand new parkour sports school, or as they call it, the Escuela de Iniciación Deportiva de Parkour, led by none other than Aiden Vanegas, a certified parkour coach who makes leaping over benches look like ballet. This program is designed to teach kids not just how to move fast and fluid, but how to do it safely. Think jumps, vaults, rolls, and obstacle course challenges that get the heart pumping and the creativity flowing. Classes are held at the Unidad Deportiva Alfonso Diaz Santos, and trust me, you don't need fancy gear to join. Just some grippy sneakers, comfortable clothes, and a fearless spirit. Plus, it's a great way for the kids to boost their confidence, focus, coordination, and athleticism. So parents, if your little ones are dreaming of being a superhero or a stunt double for Keanu Reeves, then this might just be their chance to start training. Now, on to baseball, where the Toros mean business. The Tijuana Toros have been on a roll lately, and this weekend they gave the Dorados de Chihuahua a serious wake-up call. In a 3-game series that left fans on their feet, the Toros pulled off a clean sweep, and the MVP spotlight shone on Jack Mayfield, who smashed a 2-run homer that practically launched into orbit. And on the mound, Phillips Valdez brought the heat, reminding everyone why he's a former MLB standout. His fastballs had the Dorados swinging at air. With this sweep, the Toros are now 8 wins, 7 losses, and they're inching their way up in the Northern Zone standings. The next chapter in their road saga, a gritty tour through Saltillo, Torreon, and Monclova, all known for loyal fans and fierce competition. It's going to be intense, but if the Toros keep this energy, they might just stampede their way into playoff territory. And yes, for those asking, there's still time to hop on the fan wagon. Go Toros. Now let's cast a line to the waterfront. Sunday morning on the Malecon wasn't just about coffee and sunrise selfies. No, it was the 8th annual surf casting tournament, and folks, it was epic. Over 250 anglers, from seasoned fishers to first-time hopefuls, lined the shores before dawn, rods in hand, eyes on the tide. The competition? Catch the biggest fish using surf casting techniques. No boats, no gimmicks, just skill, timing, and a whole lot of patience. The star of the show? Carlos Bobadilla, hailing from Las Juntas, who reeled in, get this, a jaw-dropping 10.7 kilo fish that had the cameras clicking. And after his big win and a victory photo, Carlos honored the sea, releasing that big fish back into the waves, proving he's a champion with both strength and respect for the ocean. There were prizes, high fives, and a true community spirit that turned a quiet Sunday into a celebration of sport and sustainability. Whether you're a fisher or just enjoy watching others pull the miracles from the sea, This event, a Vallarta classic you do not want to miss next year. All right, so wrapping up, so whether your heart's racing on rooftops with parkour, or enjoying pitches, at-bats, and home runs in the ballpark, or chilling by the ocean with a fishing rod in hand, Vallarta's athletes are showing us what passion looks like. We've got kids learning to fly, baseball teams bringing the heat, and fishers proving that patience truly is a virtue. A big thanks to our local sports community and to Fernanda Bojorquez for helping bring these stories to the spotlight. I'm David, and this has been your local sports roundup. So stay active, stay curious, and as always, keep chasing your next big moment. One step, swing, and splash at a time. I'll see you out there, Bahía de Banderas.
Awesome. I love the ninja. Whoa, look at those videos. They're like
Parkour is
flying.
going to be
They
a lot
make
of fun
it
for
look
those kids. We've
so
got to get them out
easy.
there.
Kids, I feel like we should go do this. I feel like there's one flip left in you.
I think I've got more than one.
Oh,
yeah.
All right,
I
you
wanna
heard it.
see you
And a
do
cartwheel.
that too.
Beach cartwheels for sure, yeah.
Absolutely. That sounds great. Thank you so much, David,
Thank
for
you.
rocking the sports. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
All right, so next up, a quick word from our sponsor, Mari Galante. Yes, the legendary pirate ship Mari Galante is here, and it's waiting for you with a brand new, fully renewed, immersive pirate show. They have incredible acrobatics. Yes, that's where you can see more acrobatics, special effects, music, water activities, and an experience you'll never forget. Take advantage of the limited time 45% discount on the exclusive premium menu. Oh yeah, savor the delicious beef medallion with lobster, filet mignon with shrimp, or irresistible vegetarian and vegan options like pirate-style lasagna or ratatouille. But that's not all. Your VIP menu includes a premium open bar with top shelf brands like Grey Goose, Don Julio, Jack Daniels, Bucanas, and many more. So come by to the pirate ship and meet Josefino, the new pirate ship mascot. And don't forget to snap a selfie for the memories. Food, fun, and fantasy await you aboard. Book now at pirateshipvallarta.com. And the Mari Galante experience like a true VIP pirate. Arr.
Oh, that's good stuff, Jesse. And a VIP menu and a new mascot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like made just for you. That's amazing. So that sounds like a great event as always. And we're about to be in our events section. But did you do anything fun over the weekend? I know you did the Mother's Day stuff.
So much stuff with Mother's Day. I actually even went to Karuma Grill. So if you haven't been, I truly recommend it. And hello to the chef and everyone out there. They really took care of us.
That's awesome. And of course, I had the Big Gen Expats movie event down at Coco Cabaret, and it was amazing. I know you got called away for Mother's Day. I'm so sorry, but what an amazing evening. Gave away a lot of prizes, had an amazing time. Don't miss the next one.
I will not, for sure.
All right, with that, we're going to be right back. We got to take a quick break, and we'll see you in a minute with more CPS News, the news that speaks your language.
And we are back, and like we told you before, we're going to tell you all about the events that are still going on in this local season.
Let's go see what they are. Let's hear about them. We'll be back in just a minute. Here's your event.
Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit are serving up something special. It's Restaurant Week, happening May 15th to June 10th, 2025. Participating restaurants are creating innovative three-course menus designed to impress. With 3 delectable options per course, you can savor the best of our destination's food scene at a fantastic price. Details at restaurantweekpv.com. This May 18th, 2025, ride for a cause with the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Join thousands of classic and vintage motorcycle enthusiasts across the globe as we unite to raise awareness for men's health. Dress dapper, fire up your engine, and make an impact. Register now at gentlemansride.com. Proudly supported by Triumph and Movember. Ride smart, ride a classic. Ride for men's health. Are you ready to heal what your body remembers? Join two powerful voices in natural health, Dr. Rose Beckman and Dr. Sherry Shift Nassari, for a transformative wellness seminar on Monday, May 19th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work in Puerto Vallarta's Romantic Zone. Learn how to release emotional and physical blockages and unlock your body's healing power. Look for Dr. Rose Beckman on Facebook because your body knows the answers. Are you listening? Get ready for a magical afternoon celebrating creativity and talent at Expo Artística this Sunday, May 18th, from 12 to 3 p.m. at Rey de Oro's Restaurant Bar, Puerto Vallarta. Experience powerful live music, inspiring visual art, and special performances by guest artists. Plus, we'll honor our students with diplomas and recognitions. Enjoy an afternoon for the whole family. Your symbolic entry supports arts material for our students. Let's empower the next generation of creatives. The Wind Festival in Bucerías is back, May 12th to 14th, and is blowing your way with action, color, and adrenaline. Watch kiteboarders from around the world take over the skies near Villa del Palmar Flamingos, dancing with wind in an unforgettable spectacle. Bring the whole family and feel the thrill of wind, water, and waves. Celebrate World Migratory Bird Day at Vallarta Botanical Garden on Friday, May 17 at 9 a.m. Discover the importance of migratory birds with expert talks, scenic guide walks, and lush gardens beauty. General admission is just 300 pesos and members get it free. Head to the Vallarta Botanical Garden Facebook page for more details and bring your binoculars. Puerto Vallarta, get ready! From Wednesday, May 21st to Sunday, May 25th, La Catrina Cantina brings you Gay Pride Week. 5 unforgettable nights in the heart of Romantic Zone, daily theme shows, an electrifying 80s extravaganza, and the best local artists like Kim Archer, Lai Alonso, Tony Kenneth, and more. And don't miss the grand finale, Gala 3 of the Karaoke World Championships. Celebrate Pride with music, color, and non-stop party vibes. Only at La Catrina Cantina, where pride is lived, celebrated, and danced. Leash your pups. The PB Pride Pet Parade Sunset Dog Walk is May 19th at 6 p.m. in Parque Lázaro Cárdenas, Tile Park. Enjoy music, raffles, a costume contest, and support friends of Puerto Vallarta animals. It's a free and inclusive Pride event for all animal lovers. Okay, that's a wrap for the week. Stick around for more news.
Now it is that time of the year, the time where we get to try a bunch of different restaurants for a great price. Restaurant Week, more like 3 weeks to a month, is here, and in 3 days, it will be right upon us, and Barbara's going to tell us all about it.
Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit are preparing to savor one of their most beloved culinary traditions as Restaurant Week 2025 returns for its 21st edition. A total of 51 restaurants will be participating in this year's celebration of local cuisine. It runs from May 15th to June 10th. The official launch event was held on the scenic terrace of Barcelona Tapas, offering guests breathtaking views alongside exciting announcements about this year's festival. Present at the press conference were Juan Pablo Hernandez, Director of Operations, and Jorge Chavez, Executive Director of Restaurant Week. And of course, Alex Mora, Public Relations Manager for Barcelona Tapas. This year was celebrating 21 years of showcasing the best of our region's cuisine for locals and tourists alike. Said Hernandez, each participating restaurant will offer 3-course menus, starter, main course, and dessert, with 3 options for each course at a fixed and affordable prices. For 2025, menus will be priced at 495 pesos, 575 pesos, or 690 pesos, depending on the restaurant. Prices do not include drinks or tips. Launched in 2005 by Vallarta Lifestyles Media Group, Restaurant Week has steadily grown, modeled after renowned international culinary events. Not only does it support the visibility and the businesses of participating restaurants, it also promotes Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas as a world-class gastronomic destination. A key mission of the event is to engage the local community. Last year, 58% of attendees were local residents, a testament to the festival's ability to bring high-end culinary experiences to the public at accessible prices. Restaurant Week is not only about fine dining, it's about strengthening the culinary culture of this region, and it encourages both locals and visitors to explore the rich flavors that we have to offer, said Chavez. As the festival celebrates over 2 decades of flavor and creativity, it continues to elevate the region's gastronomic profile, offering a platform for discovery, connection, and delicious moments around the table. Will you be checking out any menus this year? With information from Fernanda Boques, Barbara Lapointe, CPS News.
Hope you liked my cowgirl story. Yeehaw! And also, I'm so excited about Restaurant Week. Oh, I can't wait to try all this yummy stuff.
No, it's always fun. We get to try new places, have some good food. I hope everybody gets to take advantage of it. But right now, it's the end of the show, unfortunately.
It's true. We're done with today's information. I hope you liked it. Comment, reach out to us if you want to be part of this newscast, and make sure to be here next Monday at 7 p.m. with us.
Absolutely. So with that, good night from CPS News, the news that speaks your language. See you next Monday.
All animal lovers. Okay,